Good evening, everyone, or good morning, whenever you're seeing this. I just want to try and give a word of encouragement, something that'll help you on your day or even help you through the night. Some do good at waking up, but they don't do good at getting started. Some do good at getting ready for bed, but they don't do a good job at going to sleep, somewhat like myself. Hopefully, I can say something that will encourage you and help you understand where you are, no matter what it looks like, no matter how it feels. Know that you are. I was doing a little bit of a study, and I was nowhere near close to this lesson, but it made me think of where I am right now compared to where I could be. And the only words that I heard is, I am. In spite of where I know I could be, in spite of what even maybe I think I should be, rather it's where I think I should be, or rather it's where other people think I should be, I can sit in front of you right now and say, I am. I'm even blessed enough to be able to say where I am not. I am not dead. I am not lost. I am not forgotten. I am so much more than I bargained for. Even when I left college and didn't tell my parents where I was never out of the mix. I still had faith, and my faith was being mixed by the everyday things that happen in life, the variables, as we may call them. When I think of the I am, I think of Moses, where he was living his life based on not knowing where he is now, but started to get comfortable because of where he used to be, which no longer existed. And it was not himself that said I am, it was a bush that told him, that said, you need to go free those who are lost in their circumstance. You need to free those who are so lost in their circumstance that they do not realize that their freedom is simply around the corner. There's no shackle, there's no chain, there's nothing keeping them where they are. So why do they stay? Free them. Moses respectfully asked, who should I say sent me? Many of you are struggling trying to figure out who you are. And you have based yourself on not who you are on the inside, but who you are on the outside. I don't care if you're tall, short, skinny, fat, not as cute as someone who you think is cute. You are so much more than what you think you are. You are more than a conqueror, and you would have never made it if he had not put something inside of you that is far greater than that which is on the outside of you. Do not let your flesh nor the idea of other people determine who you are or who you will be. God told him, tell them I am that I am. And I never understood that then, but I'm starting to get it now. In order for Moses to get almost 1 million people, if not more, from one side of a river to another, it had to be more than just that scripture where it says, I am that I am. It had to tell that person who was caught in a negative situation to say, you know what, you want freedom? God, I am that. You want to be separated from the relationship that is beating you down left and right? God is telling you, I am that. If you want financial freedom, if you want to be bigger, better, and bolder today than you've ever been in your life, God has been saying from day one to you, I am that. I am. Why are you listening to people who do not know anything about you? When Adam was struggling with his situation, because his wife had ate of the forbidden fruit, he now had eaten of the forbidden fruit. And they started to make clothes for themselves because they were naked, and they realized they were naked, and they were afraid. They hid. And when God came down and said, where are you? They said, we're hiding because we're naked. God asked them one question, and be careful when God asks you a question. God said, who told you? Who told you you would never be more than a conqueror? Who told you that the job that you're working at is the only way that you can survive? You have to watch who you're listening to. Because not everyone is on your side. You have to know that without God, you never would have made it. You have not had that job all your life. You haven't had that spouse all your life. But all your life you've been guided, watched, cared for by someone. You may not be able to see him, but you know he's there. You know he's there from the time that you should have been pregnant, but you weren't. You know he's there from the time the gun should have went off, but it didn't. You know he's there from the drug that should have took you under, but it did not. Oh, yes, he shows himself visible. The question is, are you willing to accept him in your moment of blindness? And it's only that you go blind first that you know what you can see and what you're willing to see, and how what you eventually will see is greater than what you ever thought. When will you let God do what he does best? The exceedingly abundantly above all that you may ask or think. I am. Who are you? Do you know? But he's telling you, if you want to find out, follow me. Be blessed.